Is it like that your hobbies are just getting more expensive by the day? We thought that gaming was one of those sort of cheaper hobbies. You can buy a console, you can buy a game, and you can get endless hours of fun, and it wouldn't break the bank. But times have changed, my friends, and we're going to go through all about it. I'm going to tell you every little nuance and detail. And who am I? Well, my name is LP. I am writer and creator of the comic books Nyobi and Savage Sin, and I bid you welcome greetings to the video. So, what's going on? Well, Microsoft announces massive, and I do mean massive, Xbox console price hike. Xbox games to cost $80 US. That is insane. It's even more crazier for a guy like me who lives beyond the wall in Canada, because that means everything is going to be like 37% extra. So an $80 game for you folks in the US is over $100 for us beyond the wall. It really sucks. It really does. And I can guarantee you, this is all because of Grand Theft Auto. This is all because of the Nintendo Switch 2. And I'm going to tariff the fuck out of everyone. That's right, tariffs. So what's going on, man, is Xbox raised their prices 27%. Nintendo Switch 2 is god-awful expensive. Grand Theft Auto, which really sparked this whole raise in prices of video games, is sort of the culprit, because everyone was speculating that GTA 6 could be easily an $80 to $100 game, which got everyone in the industry start scratching their heads going, maybe we should up the prices of everything. That's what's going on. So Microsoft announced it will be raising prices on all Xbox consoles, accessories, and games. And the increases are huge. Consoles and accessory prices go up today, May 1st, by an enormous amount, while first new party game prices will hit $80 by the holidays. So, man, you've been saving up for Christmas. You're going to get little Johnny Grand Theft Auto. You're going to buy him an Xbox. Well, you better save a little bit more money for little Johnny, or he might just be on Santa's naughty list. The cost of an Xbox Series S with the half gig storage will change today from $299 American to a whopping $379.99, while a Series X will leap from $500 to $600, which is a 20% bump. Well, after all these bumps, I'm probably going to need a bump. God damn it. The more recent Xbox Series X 2TB Galaxy has shot up 21% to a whopping $730, making it more expensive now than the PS5 Pro. I got to tell you, I love my PlayStation. I don't even have a Pro. I just have the PlayStation 5. I've had it now for about 5 years. Great machine, best console I ever owned. If you're an Xbox guy, I get it. But if you don't want to pay an extra $100 for your gaming consoles and an extra $20 per game and $10 or $15 on these controllers, well, then you might want to consider maybe switching over. But chances are Sony's going to raise too. So I guess it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't. When it comes to accessories, we're looking at the Xbox controller going up from $60 to $65, while a Series 2 Elite controller jumps from $130 to $150. That would be a cold day in hell where I'm paying $150 for a fucking controller. I'd just jump out of the hobby. Microsoft has not given a reason for the price increases, but it's not impossible to assume that they're at least part of the connect to the Trump tariff. See what I say? I'm going to tariff the fuck out of you. You're going to pay. While prices for Xbox consoles and accessories are increasing all around the world, the difference is far greater in the US. For instance, in the UK, the Xbox Series X is increasing from £480 to £500, only a 4% rise compared to the 20%. The Series S is changing, going from 20% from £250 to £300. But that is still a smaller change than the United States. We reached out to Microsoft to ask how tariffs affect this. And basically, there are the prices here. New prices announced today. Again, Series X, 512 gigs, $379. The terabyte is $429. The Digital X Series X is $549. The Series X with the disc drive is $600 American dollars. And the Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition is a whopping $729. A regular black controller is $64.99. If you want to get fancy and have some color to it, it is now $69.99. The special edition and limited edition controllers are $79 and $89.99. The Elite controller is $149.99. The wireless controller Elite S2X, whatever the fuck they're calling these things, is $199.99. The Xbox stereo headset is $64.99. And the wireless headset is $119.99. Thus making your grand total $10,000 to buy a game and a console. Not quite, but it's close. Speaking to IGN, Microsoft told us that we understand that these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration given the conditions and the rising costs of development. Prices for current games aren't changing, but Microsoft announced by this holiday, they can expect all first-party games to cost $80, matching Nintendo's. See, there we go. This is all Nintendo's fault. Pricing for some games on the Switch, too. It seems only a matter of time before Sony declares it will be doing the same for the PlayStation 5. This means this holiday's Call of Duty will likely be a $80 game, just alongside everything else you were looking for. Of course, this is slightly softened by the inclusion of Game Pass, although it too has gotten more expensive since last year. And of course, with Game Pass, you don't even get to own the games. Sony recently announced further price increases of its own in various parts of the world last month, and the high prices for the Nintendo Switch 2 video gaming has become an extraordinary expensive hobby. This is it, man. Look. Gaming, this is the message they're trying to send to you. If you're poor, or hell, if you're just even, mid-class, you can't afford gaming right now. They can't afford to make this shit, so they got to up the price. And it's always consumers that have to, really pay in the end, right? So I'm glad I got my toys when I got them, because one would think that prices of these consoles after 4 or 5 years would go down, not up, right? When things get older, they generally don't go up, especially electronics, in price. I think a lot of people held off from buying a PlayStation or a Series X, in the last couple of years in the hopes that they would drop in price, go down by $100, not up by $100. So this is definitely going to price people out of gaming. It's going to price people out of buying new systems. People are going to be playing their PlayStation 4s for another fucking 10 years, and it's just the way it's going to be. Even myself, I look at this and go, man, I'm going to be very hesitant when looking at new games. I just bought Expedition 33. That was like a $50 game. But, the next game I'll be looking at purchasing is Grand Theft Auto 6. And we know that is going to be easily a $100 game. Now, will I spend it? Yes, it's Grand Theft Auto 6. It's going to provide endless entertainment with me and my friends. We can, live stream that shit and just have a good time. But will I be paying $100 on average for a video game? Hell no. Hell no. No, I won't. I will be one of those guys that will either have to wait, sit it out, and hope that a sale happens down the road. Let me know what you guys think about the massive Xbox console price hike. Let me know what you think about paying for $80 for your video games. Sound off down in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel. And if you like comic books, maybe a little bit cheaper form of entertainment, just stay tuned from a word from our sponsor, me. All right, and just who is today's sponsor? Well, it was me, Austin. It's been me all along. And of course, what we're promoting here is the Nyobicomics eBay page. Link is in the description of the video, pinned at the top as always. Come on by and check out what we have to offer. It's Nyobi all the way from the original black and white stuff all the way up to Outbreak 3 with Outbreak 4 right around the corner. Thank you for supporting that comic on Kickstarter, by the way. And if you didn't know, I also have a second comic called Savage Sin, and we got Savage Sin number 1 and number 2 out with all kinds of great variants. You can see right there on the screen, we got one from Greg Bo Watson and R.B. White. We get everything that you need to catch up on the Nyobi Comics universe. Savage Sin, Nyobi, eBay. Come by right now.